this off. I'm going to put it on someplace safe so I don't hurt my table here. And I'm going to start by adding my butter and my zest. The butter helps cool it down so that now when I add my vanilla, it doesn't go too crazy. And of course my pistachios. So normally a New Orleans style praline is pecans and all kinds of other stuff in there, but you know, if you go to New Orleans, you'll see all different kinds of flavors. You can add spices. Once you've got a good recipe, you can do whatever you want with it. So the recipe literally says, beat it like the Dickens. So I want to get in here and really beat it. I really try to make sure that my sugar gets up to temperature, because if it doesn't get up to temperature, then it won't hold. It'll just be soupy. So this may take a few minutes, but you can see it's pretty thick and pretty brown. And I'm just going to beat this like crazy until it really starts to get thick and scoopable. That's really what I'm looking for, is scoopable. You'll hear me say that about a lot of things, like pat a shoe. How do you know when you've added enough eggs? When it's pipeable. Well, what does that mean? It's not too thick, that it won't come out of the bag, and it's not too thin that it'll just run all over the place. So this, I really want to beat it like the Dickens. You see a lot of students just kind of casually just stirring it when they see that. No, you gotta really get in here and beat it. Going nuts. Don't get tired. Don't quit before it's ready. Now, how do I know when it's ready? Well, I don't know. I just kind of can tell. See, that's just a little too soupy. Now, when I do scoop it out, it will firm up as it cools. So don't try to nibble one too soon before it sets up. Ugh, I'm getting tired. Where's my husband so he can come in here and start beating this for me? Could I do this on a mixer? I suppose I could. Never really thought of that before until just now, because I'm getting tired. I don't want it to cool down too quickly, but I suppose I could put it on a mixer, just like I would do with fondant. So fondant is another crystalline confection that we want to encourage crystallization. Same idea, that you stir it as it cools, or when it's cooled, to encourage it to crystallize. And fondant actually goes from something that is clear to something that is absolutely opaque. Another tutorial for another day. All right. Oh, this is, now look at it, it's getting really pretty thick. Now, if I do this too long, then what will happen is it'll be too thick, and when I go to scoop it, it won't settle, and I'll end up with something round instead of something relatively flat. So there we go. I have it's pretty thick now. Looks almost like oatmeal, consistency of some oatmeal. So I'm gonna take my number 40 scoop, my favorite scoop, a lot of breath. Move all this stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna start scooping. So there we go, look at that. It's not pouring, it's not just going flat, it's creating this little patty. And you'll see, or if you were to do this, you would see that by the time you get to the end, the last ones are pretty well set. Now these are going to be done. I don't have to cook these anymore. I don't put them in the oven or anything like that. They are going to be ready to serve in about a half an hour, maybe an hour. You do want to eat these relatively fresh like me, so that they're not, you know, they tend to absorb moisture from the atmosphere. You know, sugar is hygroscopic, so it's going to get moist, it's going to get sticky, so we're going to eat these today, tomorrow, and that's about it. And you don't want to put them in the freezer. You know, the refrigerator is a humid environment, so anything that's sugar-based, you want to make sure that it doesn't get put into the refrigerator. Keep it in a nice, dry, sealed container, and that's it. I am Martha Timke from Kaiser University and Cedar Crest Kitchen. Enjoy.